What's up guys, Rich Duper Bash. I'm out here with my TRAXXAS 8S again. This will be run number 7 with this truck, hopefully lucky number 7. My last bash ended a little rough, unfortunately. I busted another chassis. So TRAXXAS definitely did some really trick engineering with this truck. Super easy to wrench on. When you look at the design feature of the XMAXX, guys, one of the challenges is unfortunately the center of the chassis is raised and it's not able to basically get proper chassis slap. Unfortunately for hard bashing, or if you like doing big airs, because the center of the chassis really never hits bottom, you never get proper chassis slap. Essentially the bulkheads do all the work, and what they want to do is naturally spread apart because you have most of the weight of the truck right in the center. When you think about it, guys, if these are the only 2 contact points right there and you have all the weight of your electronics and you got your lipos, everything pressing down right from the center, of course that's going to strain the connection points between the modular chassis. Biggest reason I'm out here today is to go ahead and test this new chassis brace. This little sucker's about 5 millimeters thick and actually only came out to about 76 total grams. That's including the brace, all the hardware, and then there's 2 little plates that essentially anchor down and get sandwiched between here. You'll see from the side the brace actually has just a tiny bit of float here. It's definitely designed to flex. Essentially they designed this because the bulkheads, if you set this on the ground with no bracing and basically put all your weight on just the bulkheads, you notice the bulkheads want to pull apart. What that does is it puts a ton of strain on all the connection points of this modular chassis design. We're pretty certain if we control the overflex of the chassis, we're going to stop these chassis failures. Once again, huge shout out to Mitch and Avery Looper for their constant innovation. This is super trick. Real easy to install. The kit comes with the drill bits you need. Installs about maybe 10-15 minutes tops. Mitch and Avery essentially put their design genius together for this one. Essentially there's 2 custom plates, there's 1 under each end. They fit perfectly inside the stock skid. There's little grooves that they'll slide into. You just end up drilling holes through the stock skid. You kind of use this as a template and then you just thread lock this into the anchor plate underneath. This will be my second run with the plus 15 millimeter axles. Again, these are a direct fit. They're going to come, hopefully in the next few weeks we'll be done with testing, but they'll come with their own custom hexes and obviously a full-size 24 millimeter wheel nut. Again, they add 1.25 inches of total stance. Definitely give enough wheel clearance for a wide variety of nice wheels. Absolutely loving the difference in handling with the wider stance and the ability to just go ahead and throw a wide array of different wheels on here. Still running my Hobby Wing 5887 1100. Got the 3250 gearing. Once again, guys, I'm still running the M2C Racing 8S pistons. They're doing absolutely phenomenal. The biggest change, though, for today is I went ahead and I put on some VG Racing springs. These are a lot more progressive than the stock springs. I just noticed the springs were getting a little bit limp and I was having really poor rebounds, so we'll see how this goes. As I mentioned in my last video, I went ahead and I put Vitavon up front and I've got Hot Racing bulkhead cover in the rear. Also running TRAXXAS HD arms front and rear. I got the RPM rear hub carriers with oversized bearings. And it's still got my Firma 160 Spectrum ESC down here. This sucker's been doing awesome. Here's a quick look at another prototype that Mitch came up with. This thing's absolutely awesome. Essentially what you're looking at is an adjustable end bell support. So I loosely put a couple bolts in there, but you'll see how this just kind of slides up and down. You got 5 different adjustment bolts. Here's the cradle for the end bell of the motor. And then you'll notice it's slotted on both sides as well. This allows you to basically slide this forward and back. For guys running bigger ESCs up on the top support plate or on a different mounting system up here, this end bell support is designed to sit and screw perfectly right where the stock ESC would sit. So there's no drilling holes on the truck. Essentially, you just replace the ESC hardware and you run it through the brace right here. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I actually built my own little support under my end bell for my 5687. The thing of it is if you like doing big airs, when you're taking hard hits, it puts a tremendous amount of strain on the front face of the motor as well as the motor mount. Ideally, you just have a little bit of support, something to kind of cradle that back end to stop kind of overflex and overstrain on the mount itself. Here's the shot of the center chassis I just replaced, guys. It is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. The truck's designed out of plastic. Hopefully this new M2C bash bar will help prevent stuff like this for guys that like going big. Again, guys, I absolutely love Green Bertha. She's super easy to wrench on. She's light, she's fun. Our goal, again, is just to improve performance and durability overall. Well, the springs are definitely a lot more stiff than the stock ones, guys.
How do you like backflips on it?
Oh, I love them, man. These are killer tires. So yeah, that's the bar. It's a little bar we're testing out right now. So,
right.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it should give just enough support. It'll still allow flex.
Yeah,
but the goal is basically it's going to keep hopefully keep the bulkheads from wanting to separate on impact. All right, guys, I should mention I'm going to try the heavier Copperhead 2s on here. Definitely puts a little more strain on the truck once you add like another 600 grams. These are a little taller than the 8S backflips, but they definitely got some serious wheel mass. So far, the center brace is looking great, guys, and I should also add that the M2C X Series center drive shaft has been holding up great. Oh, whoops. My finger just slipped on the trigger, guys. That was crazy. I accidentally hit the brake. So far, the brace looks absolutely perfect. Again, huge shout out to Mitch and Avery. They put a ton of time into this, and it's actually super simple to put on. I'll look the rest of the truck over, but so far, I'm just absolutely stoked that she's still in one piece. All right, guys, until next time, late. Here's a look at Ian's new creation. This is Super Trick. Basically, this is like a two-part ramp. You'll see it's sectional. He essentially engineered this. Right now, it's probably 3.5, 4 foot tall. I think when you throw this sucker on, it's probably a good 6 foot tall with like a 60-degree angle. Well, isn't that special? Oh, the camera, the camera. Ooh. Oh, dude, I thought you were gonna land on me, man. Oh, damn, dude. Didn't quite make the rotation.
Oh, I got
that was a heavy hit.
I got you.
Well, it was already cracked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did a hard noser at the lake and it was already cracked. Did it take that?
It's there. It looks good there.
Wow. Damn, dude, I'm impressed. Oh, the brace is still nice and straight too, dude. Man, I am so impressed by that. That's just insane. Absolutely loving this wider stance with the bigger axles, guys. Uh-oh, uh-oh, oh! Dude, it just kind of wigged out in the air, man. Ah. Well, the short triple didn't quite work out, but another good front landing for nice little stress test on the bar. Oh yeah, bar's looking good. Hopefully the rest of the truck. So far, I'm super impressed with the M2C upgrade. So another huge shout out to Mitch and Avery Looper. Not seeing any cracks in my chassis. Had some horrible landings this session. Just so stoked to have this truck staying in one piece. Big thanks and shout out to everybody that's been leaving tips on my channel as well. All right guys, you'll see we put the extension on here. Ingenious design by our buddy Ian. So guys that like woodworking will definitely appreciate the engineering Ian did with this sucker. I can't believe he did this out of scrap wood and basically pallets. Nice. Ooh.
That was last minute.
Ooh.
Finally happened.
Blew my body. Wah, wah. Nice. Running naked. Ooh. Dude, you got a bonus flip.